welcome back to the North Remembers. What episode is this now?
6.
Or 7?
This is 6. We got 2 more.
Okay, so there are 2 more. This was episode 6. And we're going to call it... What were we going to call
it? So we were talking whispers, but it was going to be called A Mad Thought.
A Mad Thought. You're going to cut all that beginning shit out.
No, it's fun. Playtime.
Yeah.
Put that at the end.
Put that as a cold open.
So here we are with the tapestries again, and does it change?
It does. It gives us a last. It shows us the... From what I interpreted from it was the
Meleys.
battle of Meleys and Sunfire and Vagar.
They all died. Yeah, well, she died.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
clearly.
Yeah, Vagar kind of fucking him up.
Or was that the Jace part?
It might have been Luke getting taken
Luke.
out. But they show a lot of dead bodies, and they still do the kid getting killed. And
Right here, there's Meleys and Sunfire.
Yeah. And someone with a sword and a bunch of dudes
Rokurest.
dead, and it just kind of bleeds out black. And I like it, they kind of give you a little, like, cross thing. At least when we watched it, it was showing that. And I was
the
like,
twins?
No, I believe it's either the twins or it's the blockade.
Ah.
Because they both kind of come up.
And it starts off with fucking Lannister just showing up all pretty and shit. Look, he doesn't even look like his shit's been fucking hit with anything.
I actually really dig the armor that they used for these guys in this. You really only get a close-up when it's Jason talking to whatever kingdom they're at. I don't know which one it is. But I like the armor, and I like the fact that he's like, probably got word of what's gone down. He's like, we're not moving without a dragon.
Without Vega.
Yeah. And we need Vagar to basically come.
And they're just like bringing fucking lions in the...
That's another thing I wanted, yeah.
Like a fucking circus, like Barnum and Bailey.
I don't know. I think we might get to see a fucking...
Lion fight.
Well, like in Game of Thrones, you had Grey Wind with Robert. Now, you didn't get to see a lot of it, but it was implied that he was
Yeah, you
part
see
of
him
the
ride him.
battle.
You saw him ride him a couple times. Like,
But it was
like,
implied he was part of the battle.
Yeah, it never really showed him ripping shit apart.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe because this one's definitely CG, more heavily CG.
But the Lannisters didn't ride him.
No, I'm saying they
You're
could
using
let them
him.
loose in battle. Yeah, let them loose in battle.
Oh, it's the fucking dude.
It's Tylan's brother.
Oh, I thought that was the same dude that told off Damon about, his cousin getting killed. But that's not the Veil. They're not.
No, yeah.
So it's not the same. It's just some other grizzly old looking fuck.
Yeah.
And Aemon's pissed. I'm not gonna be fucking summoned.
Because Jason won't fucking move without his dragon.
And he's just fucking taking on his new role as protector of the realm pretty seriously.
Yeah, in the last episode I kind of was talking about maybe this would be his place as king. But I'm starting to agree more with maybe should be on the battlefield. Because he really does, like, let it all kind of go to his head, it seems. He's, like, pacing around the table. He's not sitting in his spot.
Eyeballing everybody like, you fucking weak pieces of shit.
Yeah. And he, like...
You're all worthless!
He gets behind the people he's talking about. Like, he'll talk about Lannister and, like, his brother and shit. And kind of, like...
Talking shit. Like,
Yeah. But he's, like, behind him when he does it.
Yeah, like, you tell your brother this, and that. And he's like, alright.
But you gotta kind of wonder, like, maybe it's better because Aegon was saying, you need to be my son's pony.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna ride around the...
Go on,
the
do
conscript.
it.
Yeah. So he's like, I don't know which I like better.
Alicent is trying to talk. She's like, your father knew that the Stepstones were crazy.
And the Greyjoys are kind of like the phrase, like they wait it out. They show up late to pick the right side.
Yeah. They're like, we're over here. We don't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
Like, trying to agree with Allison. Cole is like, okay, I'm sorry.
I think this is why Cole goes down later on.
He goes weak again.
No, Eamon tosses him off. This is Eamon assessing a small council, and he backed her up. Later on, we see that he kind of tosses her off the council.
Yeah.
He sends them all away. He calls her back, and he's like, "I don't know why you're here." Like,
well, the funniest thing is that she doesn't realize she's made such a huge mistake. How did she not realize her kids were so fucked up? She knew from the young age that they were fucked up. But not just that.
yeah, she was giving cocktails to Aegon's fucking whores, and not even whores. He probably wasn't even paying them.
And she doesn't realize that all her efforts to be against Rhaenyra's claim are only, like, she thinks she gets an opinion, but she only had an opinion because of her husband Viserys, who made his daughter his heir. Now that it's back to the man's world,
if you notice, she only had an opinion up until his death.
Yeah.
And after that, it was like
everybody. And now she's like realizing, like, oh shit, maybe I should have backed Rhaenyra because I still have a fucking word in edgewise.
I think she was
and now I can't even get a word in edgewise.
She was all in until Rhaenyra told her, and I like that they did this in the show because it wasn't done this way in the book. But Rhaenyra goes and tells her about the Song of Ice and Fire.
And she starts to question it.
Like, she's like, oh, did I misread? He was kind of loopy. He was on his deathbed. He died that night.
Yeah. Like, did I just fucking kill a lot of people as a result of a
mistake?
mistake?
Turmoil.
Yeah. She's probably
everything I fought so hard to keep together,
But at the same time, it was already all in play. It wasn't even, it was out of her hands.
Yeah. Her dad was
Once she got there, her dad was like, oh, that works out.
Yeah.
And even Tyler was like, so we just proceed with what we already had planned, and now
she's
we have
like, what?
it out? Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah. And now she's getting tossed aside by Aemon.
Well, because she's trying to tell him, you're young, you're impetuous, you'll get better. And he's like, you know what? You're dismissed. Your services are no longer required. You'll be much happier taking care of the household.
Yeah, he says you'll be happy to return to your domestic duties or something like that. And she has a comeback too. This is what makes it, that it hits home. Like, he grabs her hand all sensual, and he's been like this hard,
and he's sad
guy around the table and everything. And she says, have your past like discretions that have been against you, like the shit that's happened to you as a kid.
It's not been redeemed yet. You haven't got your revenge yet.
Yeah.
For your eye, all this
and all of it. It wasn't even just his eye. Like when they were in the dragon pits, he's getting made fun of.
Copyrighted. And
Corlys, it was short enough.
The fucking man. Everybody talks shit on this old man. I think he's fucking badass.
Yeah. He is, and
yeah.
After this, he kind of just goes talking about taking off sailing, and I'm like, you're gonna accept the hand position, and then just go sail? Like, you're gonna leave? Like, don't you need to be at the council? Don't you either by her side or making other moves?
Yeah, he's got it down.
Because we see,
and she's happy, and she's happy to the exception. Obviously, they hadn't discussed it, but when she gets there, he's already in there before everybody else, and she just kind of looks, and is like, sees that he's wearing the pin. He nods,
says,
and then she's happy, like, okay. Which they didn't get really the book. What you got in the book? In the book, he hollered at her. He didn't just talk shit to his granddaughter about it. He fucking hollered directly at Rhaenyra. Was like, "Isn't it enough? My own wife died. Your son wanted to go. You could have sent him." And
I think they might be saving that.
Maybe. We know bad shit goes forward. And this poor guy, he was all sad that his dad's dead.
Sir Stefan.
Darklands, the Darklands of Duskendale. They're all fucking wiped out. He's the only one left.
And he's like her. I think he was the guy that went with her to the Sept and shit when they crossed and stuff. Like, he's her,
number one.
Her Cole, basically, without the fucking.
It's like, the new Sir Eric. Now that the Erics are gone.
Yeah.
And he doesn't end up much better. Spoiler. But they're discussing, like, okay, there have been cases where non-Targaryens have ridden dragons, and it's
Well, not
rare.
non-Targaryens, but she's like, Targaryens have been, she accepts that, like, Targaryens have been known to spill their blood, and that's what we know as Targaryens, and she's like, I went looking through which is why, I guess, why she was in the crypts these whole times, or the
trying to
library, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, she was figuring out about all the shit.
Yeah.
Warring with dragons, basically.
Yeah, and so she found that his great-great-grandmother or something like that was part Targaryen.
So it's like, you have a tiny bit.
Yeah, you got the...
Here, ride Vermithor.
Yeah.
Because, and she tells him, you know,
And
it's a very dangerous thing, but it's kind of like high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be awesome if you can, but you're probably going to die.
yeah, she says, I don't encourage it. She's like, it's just been discussed.
I'm not going to make you do it. You have
Yeah.
to do it willingly. This is not a command.
Yeah. And he just shows his dedication. Like, he...
Well, who wouldn't want to? Your whole family's dead. You're going to go out. Why not go out fucking get killed by a dragon? He said it was to his dedication. Yeah, he does get down and kneel.
Yeah, he says, it's... I swore an oath. He's like, it wasn't just my sword. It was, like, my life. He's like,
Yours.
whatever you need done, I swore to have that thing done. And he's like, if
She's
you
like,
want
yeah,
to do this...
yeah, if you want to claim a dragon, you must also be prepared to die.
Yeah, and that's where he's like...
Alright. Already.
That's the easy part of the job.
Yeah.
You're not asking me to slay kids or anything.
Yeah. And Damon. And the best scene for me.
I
Season
almost
two.
cried on this part.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Season 2 this is probably one of the best scenes.
They definitely...
I thought this was happening before, and it was like a weird him aiming fucking mashup, like that one episode.
Well, it was a good way to slow down the pace
Yeah.
before
Finale.
the book and the seasons.
Yeah.
Like, you get a lot in with the Damon and Harrenhal,
Yeah.
and him dealing with what he's done and what he wants to do and shit like that. So he finds himself in the throne room,
Again, but this time it's Viserys,
sitting in the throne.
and he's talking the same speech about the day that Emma and Balon,
Prince for a day.
yeah, Prince for a day.
Asking if he was really praising it, laughing like the whores in the lake spittles.
The same speech as before, but now it's like not as screaming. Well, Damon's not as defiant, so Viserys is not as angry.
Well, it never
It's
actually
more emotionally
showed
sad.
us that that's what he was doing. It was insinuated that that's what he said and what he was doing. And I think this is him coming to, like, I wasn't there for you, brother. Like, he's seeing more of, like, what he should have been, like, his prince, you know, his side. Like, he could have been his hand.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
I wasn't there for you.
him at
I was partying. you know?
Yeah. And he wanted him at his council and shit like that.
Yeah.
And they all, in the first season, they were like, Damon's not gonna
And now
show
it's
up.
like, and now he's gone. And I
Yeah.
lost all that. And Patty, that's the biggest part of this scene. Patty came back,
Yeah.
Viserys, and it was just so good.
Yeah.
So good.
It was nice because he wasn't all decrepit and
Yeah,
shit.
he's
It
all,
was
he's all
knightly, even like, and there was two
Sad.
things like Damon tries to escape and he can't, and there's like a symbolism there.
and he takes the crown off.
But there's like a ring. He hits it like against his sword or something like that. There's a big ring from the crown. I'm wondering if it's like also symbolic to like.
And then fucking Sir Simon's outside the door. Is everything alright, Your Grace? And he's just fucking over it. What are you playing at, old man? I don't think you've been getting enough sleep. No shit!
He's like, there's witchcraft. You guys have been following me in the night. You've been driving me crazy.
And what's up with your fucking 3 weird nephews over here?
Yeah.
Always just fucking staring there like fucking tardos.
Yeah.
They never even like say
He's
it.
like, you guys
No,
just
you gotta
sit
stand
here
up.
and eat.
You gotta stand up to him, and the one brother makes the other one sit down.
Well, even Simon's like,
Scared shitless.
oh, he tells him to like back down.
See, and Damon's like crying. He's cracking.
He's definitely cracking.
And he's doing it so good.
And he's got a knife to Simon's throat. And this part I thought was ballsy as shit. He just started shushing the motherfucker. This guy's got a knife to your throat. He's talking about
He's Targaryen.
kingdoms. He's Targaryen. He's been having episodes. The fucking months
Psycho.
he's been there. Yeah.
You've seen him fucking just stare off into space
Yeah.
for 10 minutes.
And now you're shushing his ass. And it fucking works. He shushes him until...
And he's like a baby. He's like, alright.
So,
like,
shh.
Stop watching
You stop it.
And David just
Stop.
like... He ends it with just basically like a... Your king's not fucking dull.
And he's just fucking
He
at
says
it.
your king is fucking watching you and shit. And he fucking bails out.
I'm fucking out of here. And Rivers is just there.
Well, Caraxes is like, can we go now?
Yeah, we
This
get
is
to
boring as shit.
Yeah.
How long have we been fucking hanging out here?
And she's looking like just...
Damon's all packed up, ready to go. Alice is like...
And he's like talking to her. Someone's poisoned me. The food, the wine. Like, you clearly know it's her.
I think he's just so aggravated with, like, his decision. Like, he's like... He decided Harrenhal was the way to save himself with Rhaenyra.
And the whole shebang.
And then he decided that, fuck that, I'll just raise a host and go take King's Landing myself.
And then that guilt is driving him fucking nuts. The
Yeah.
idea of doing that is making him think about his brother, his mother, his fucking...
Well, we've been kind of referencing how this is like more of a ladies-oriented series, and this could be another one. Like, she's like the mystery side, because you have Mysaria, you got Rhaenyra, you got Alicent, and now you got her.
Yeah.
You know, she just seems very prophetic. She knows shit that she shouldn't know.
Yeah.
She even references later at the end of this conversation, like, don't take off. Give it 3 days. And we'll see what happens.
And
I feel like
Viserys
tides
never
will
wanted
turn.
it himself, if you recall.
Oh, yeah, she
Like,
has...
she knows all kinds of shit.
Yeah, she says the person that doesn't want the crown is the one that's most deserving. You ever thought of that? Maybe that's why he gave it to his daughter instead of you.
She doesn't really
It
want
wasn't
it.
about
he says,
you.
yeah, because he says she doesn't even want it.
Yeah. And that's what she's saying. She said neither did your brother.
Yeah. And that's why he was good at it.
And
Yeah.
the fact that you strive for it means that you probably shouldn't have it.
Yeah.
And she says, you know, he's getting ready to bail, and she's like, give it 3 days' time.
And he's like, help me. Why would he ask him? Her. Like, God, dude, you gotta know something's up.
He's going crazy.
Like,
She
that
goes
was
to
a young man's
Mysaria at the
mistake.
end. I would make the same suggestion for why Rhaenyra's been... They've been without each other. They're looking for counsel. He's not going to go to Simon for it, that's for sure.
Yeah. Sir Simon, who just, like, let up the castle and fucking one step into the place.
Yeah, and now he's been threatened, you know, with a
Yeah.
knife in his throat out
Probably
of fucking
shit his
delirium, you know.
But he didn't have a stroke.
But
They're changing it a bit, that he's resisted her charms, it says in the book. So I wonder if maybe she will come to be the one that's trying to drive him nuts. He'll realize it and resist her.
I don't know, I kind of like...
But she's
if
supposed
you
to be
go
taken
with
by
the books,
Aemon.
Yeah, as I say, if you go with the books, then Aemon...
Shows up and starts
Yeah,
plowing
so
her.
maybe we get him marching on King's Landing before the end of the season,
Yeah,
and Aemon goes down.
the hair and all. And starts plowing what's-her-face.
We'll see. Alice and her fucking owl saying, wait
It just
3
showed up.
days.
Did you see how that just appeared, too, by the way? It was like...
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
owls and witches. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, the first part of the sewing. That was another idea for the name of the episode, the Red Sewing, because that's the name of the chapter in the book. But that is like all dedicated to a bunch of different scenarios of dragon. So that might be happening this next episode. I don't know, but this is the start of it, and it's in the fucking dragon pit at Dragonstone. So like the old, and they're singing. That means it's an old dragon.
Oh,
if you're not saying
I-
come.
I heard the translation. I should have wrote it down.
Oh shit.
It's pretty gnarly and full of lore. Like, talks about the 3 heads, and like there's suspicion that like you have to have someone die in order for a dragon to be born, and that's why they're bound to one person at a time and shit. And that's what made me think about when I was listening to Game of Thrones, If you think about it, she has 3 dragons born, but Drogo, her son, and the witch all died.
You count her brother as one.
Well, that was way before. All in the same sequence, basically.
Oh, they have to die like.
Well, I'm not saying they have to. But I'm just saying like that could have been easily explained away. You know. But
They're just singing, and then they stop, and then comes fucking
sea smoke.
sea smoke.
Looking like a bamf.
Yeah, I like sea smoke. He's like putting his hands on there, crawling up.
So, hey guys, what's up?
Like, I'm lonely. Is this the guy? I don't like this guy.
He's like a bigger, badder Sunfire.
But
He's one of the older ones.
A little bit, but he's older than Sunfire, yeah, obviously, because he was with just Laenor's. But when you look at the scale of the dragons, he's actually one of the quite small ones.
Well, I mean, you remove Vagar first of all.
Yeah, and Balerion.
Well, yeah, you know, yeah. We don't even see Valerian.
Yeah.
That's just myth.
And he's talking to Sea Smoke.
And it's kind of weird because it's like they're saying like obey and like serve, and then he's saying it, and it's supposed to be like how the dragon's supposed to like understand what the fuck is going on. And
he's like looking back, and he's so fucking nervous.
Yeah.
Why didn't he change too? Like, he's gonna be unfamiliar with your fucking. I don't know, because he's been to battle.
Yeah.
That's why they want him, particularly.
He looks like the third wheel on like a dual, like a buddy comedy, like where they're like a neighbor or someone.
Yeah, he does look like the neighbor on Home Improvement.
Or something like that, yeah.
An extra.
Like, hey, buddy, like the guy that you don't
At the hardware
around.
store.
Yeah.
The guy that's always at the hardware store at fucking Home Improvement or something.
Yeah.
He's just eyeballing. She's like,
and
she's playing this really well.
He's doing a whole ass, like, fully crouched, like don't
he's
show
scared.
fear.
Yeah, don't show
and
fear.
And he was
I'm
just
scared.
full on showing the most fear you
And he's
could.
like, I've done it.
And it's not until he says he done it and gets all cocky that Sea Smoke is like, no, you're not.
Yeah, not worthy. And he burns one of the gal.
Yeah, but if you notice, the fucking Dragon Tamer is the one that's knowledgeable enough to know, kill yourself. This is Dragonfire. You're not. It's not getting put out.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna burn to death if not. And he's just.
And what's so awesome is until they used the guys in the suits, or the dummies in the suits, she was playing off like the tension of the guy walking up the Sea Smoke so fucking well for it being not there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like her fucking Emma, fucking awesome. Just saying. Now we're back with Corlys, trying to talk to his son. And I didn't think of it because he seems like mature and older. That's the younger one.
Well, yeah, and also, apparently, I didn't catch it in the first one, maybe it's the first season or whatever, but he implies him to, like, kind of shave his head or something like that. Like, he notices his hair is coming in white. He's like, maybe you want to,
take care of that.
Yeah. And Alan later says it to his brother, like, I don't have to answer questions to the men, you know?
Yeah.
Especially if I'm taking this role, like...
Yeah.
And
Corlys wants him by his side, and he's like, he doesn't want to do it.
First mate, and that's what I'm saying is, first of all, his hand, why are you being a captain of a ship?
Yeah.
Maybe just make him captain or something, I don't know. But he's asking Alan to be first mate, and he's basically saying, is it a command?
Because he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, I feel like he wants it known that, like, every option otherwise was taken, you know, or attempted, I mean.
There comes that poor girl. She's a tavern wench now.
And they're all plants. Mysteria met with her at the door.
Yeah.
And back there is Aemon's fucking lady. Yeah. They're all plants. They're stirring the pot, talking about how...
The fucking food's crap. It's like, it's a bit thin, isn't it? It's basically like water.
Well, not only that, but he's like, it's just fish. That's all we get. because there's a blockade on the.
But you can catch shit off the coast, but other than that, you're not.
Yeah, and that's why everybody's getting fish, and that's why they're saying like
They're sick of it.
the prince and them, or they get a lamb. They get my girls have worked up there, and this is probably lies. You know?
Just spread shit.
Yeah.
Talking shit.
But she's like, my whores go up there, and
They had a party. They're having steaks and wine and fucking sugar cakes and all kinds of shit.
Honey cakes.
Cakes and pies. Cakes and pies. Beef and gravy, she says, and they're like, oh, gravy. And she gets louder, and she like looks around.
Yeah,
like, she's being so obvious.
She scales the room, and then once she realizes no one's gonna speak up, she's like, I'm gonna keep going. And you got Ulf, who's claiming to be a fucking dragon seed, and has an alliance with Rhaenyra. And then a bunch of other randoms. There's a fucking dude passed out in a chair in the background.
I'm like, hunger. That would be a sweet extra to be. You're not gonna get caught like staring at the camera or nothing. Just be like,
yeah. Yeah. You can't see his face.
I'm getting $28 an hour for 12 hours to just fucking lay there.
Yeah.
And watch these cool actors do this shit.
They call cut. You just stay.
Yeah.
Just like
no, I found my sweet spot. I'm not leaving.
Just go.
You want continuity when you come back to read shit. I can either stay here or we can spend 20 minutes with you finding out exactly where I was sitting, how I was sitting. But yeah, they set it up pretty bad, pretty loudly that the king's not going without. The Red Keep's not going without. Just the poor folk are.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, really. Oh, yeah.
Oh, and this little fucking guy, he's trying to be nice, but he keeps like undermining her.
Yeah, he's basically saying, like, if you would have listened to me, this wouldn't have happened, and now this has happened. And if you would have listened to me, and she just is listening, and turns around and goes,
slaps
"Are you
him.
kidding me?" And
She's like, "It's my fault that I think you forgot. I think it's my fault that you've forgotten to fear me."
Yeah.
She smacks him in front of everybody and just looks pissed.
Yeah.
He looks back and the people stop, but then they keep walking.
She did in front of everyone. That was made to show. And I really like this look too. She's
putting on the armor.
No armor,
she doesn't have the armor yet.
But she's getting ready in a martial fucking look. Maybe you wouldn't have to slap somebody if you were walking around with a fucking sword at your side.
Yeah.
You know? Or something. Like, that's what...
Yeah,
we're used to kings,
I'm trying,
you know?
I'm trying to be
queens.
fucking respected.
Yeah.
Who cares if I got a...
And it is less, like...
Yeah.
Not that it's not good looking, but it's less, like, dressy. It's like a fucking...
Yeah.
It's still a gown, but it's, like, tight. Like a Jedi's. You know? She can still fuck shit up. That's when my seer rolls up.
She's like, it's alright. She's like, that was fucking stupid. That quick, he's dead. It's like, what, a really good night.
Yeah, right? She's like, why don't
He's
you
just gone.
even try that? Why? Is there not a list of fucking dragon seeds? You had to go for your fucking right-hand man right off the bat.
Maybe you should have picked some of the fucking dumber ones just to see how the dragons reacted.
It would have been really funny if she'd be like, why don't you try? You go fucking hop on one, bitch.
Yeah.
But she's talking about their late plans.
Yeah, she's talking about, the tavern thing went off without a hitch.
Yeah.
No worries. My lady
Which
went
we
in
were
there.
wrong. I thought we were going to get a bastard out of that.
Yeah, I thought we were too.
But it still looked good because they even do something later.
Yeah, we know.
But this just kind of shows the council that she's taking.
If
She
I
has
may,
a small
there's-
council, and then she has Myceria.
Yeah.
And she has to do it
And
separately.
Myceria, in the books, it even says, never openly became her spy master at court. Like, never came to court as her spy master. And she's always meeting with her privately.
Yeah.
Not with the others. She's never in the room with all the others.
The nature of being a spy master, maybe she should be announcing everything she's telling her in front
And
of everyone.
everybody should
Because
know
you don't
that
know
it's
if
her.
they're corrupt, you know? Your small council could be fucking...
Might be the ones we're
against
talking about.
you. Yeah, the spies.
And now Ulf, or Hugh the Hammer's wife, is like fucking saying, I'll pay double, give me what you
Can't get
have.
any meat from the serving bowls.
And then there's like a fucking cart full of fucking lambs going up to the
Yeah, it
castle.
just so happened that Hugh the Hammer's wife and Ulf are in the street while the fucking wagon of goats passes by.
And it's like 6 of them. Well-fed goats.
Yeah. And
All the poor folk, like,
Ulf
what?
is like, oh, you gonna feed your dragons, but not any of us? You know? We're starving out here. Fish ain't gonna cut it.
And Aemon's just like, what?
Yeah, cut to the small council, and it's...
Just Laris.
No, it's the Iron guy, too.
Oh, yeah, Iron Rod.
Yeah.
That dude's fucking, that dude's supposedly fucking...
Hung?
Well, that, he's supposed to be good with that.
Iron Rod?
It's supposed to be something to do with that, and he has like 24 bastards.
Oh, damn. Okay, this kind of coincide.
I
But it's Iron Rod.
thought it was like
Fucking
something cool,
Littlefoot.
like battle style, but it actually is fucking. You nailed it, Iron Rod. And then Littlefoot, and this fucking creepiness.
And he's basically...
Trying to manipulate Aemon like he does everybody else, and Aemon's like, "Do you take me like for a fool?"
Well, yeah, because he's basically saying you kind of need to name a new hand, because he sent Cole away, and then he told Alice that she's off the fucking council.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, I probably should. And he's like, you think I should, like, and he's like, I would be here. He's like, you really think I was going to name you? He's like, I'm not dumb. I'm not going to be played by you like my mom and my brother were.
Go fetch my grandsire.
Yeah, now you get to do it. He's like, you're
and Littlefoot
he even
like
tells
so,
me, he goes, your own kin have fucking died since you were in court.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna trust you.
Yeah. But he's like, I will name Otto, and you're gonna be the one to go get him.
And Leia is just like so fucking pissed.
And that's when the Maester shows up, and he was like, the king's actually doing pretty good.
He's awake.
Yeah, he's
And
stronger
Aemon's
than I
like,
thought he'd
what
be.
happy news? Like, good. And Aemon shows up. He's like, I'll see my brother alone. And just like peeling his skin.
Yeah,
his
they're
legs
taking some
up in a
nappy-ass
fucking-
bandages off his wounds.
He's all fucking bruised and
Burnt as shit. Swollen.
and he's just scared shitless when he sees Aemon.
You know, he just starts writhing in his sheets.
And he's asking him, what do you remember, brother? Aemon asked Aegon, what do you remember? And Aegon's smart, nothing. Oh, and Aemon pushes his fucking marble piece against his chest.
Kind of telling him the story. You challenged me at least. It was kind of a dumb move.
Yeah, it was foolish. And Aegon says, I remember nothing.
And Damon's kind of squeezing him.
Aemon.
So yeah, sorry. They're the same
He's-
guy.
Yeah, he's kissing his forehead, acting like it's all good. Maester shows up.
And yeah, he's like, you're in very capable hands, but then when he walks up to the Maester, he kind of gives him a little...
It seems like he's got a long road ahead of him.
Yeah, like kind of a little nod, like, keep him sedated, you know? I think we're going to see a little more play with that, like him keeping Aegon kind of fucked up. Or some kind of battle with him and, because Larys comes later,
Yeah.
and like, Larys trying to stop that, because when Larys comes in, he's like, cut that shit off.
Yeah. You need your mind fresh.
Yeah. But, being Game of Thrones as it is, we cut to Rhaena
With little Joffrey walking around.
hand in hand, walking around the Eyrie.
And then they find fucking bones.
Just a mad circle of bones.
Charred animal bones. Everywhere.
And I guess that you could contest of what dragon it could be, 'cause it's charred circle of bones, but...
It's sheep bones.
That's-
So
yeah,
it
that's
leads you
what
to
I-
believe sheep steal it.
Yeah.
And look, there's a baby dragon. She's hanging out with Rhaenyra's kids, too. And there's a baby dragon just sitting there with the kids.
I think it's Stormcloud.
Yeah.
He's cute.
And Rhaena's just pondering, there's a dragon in the area, like, this is maybe my shot.
Yeah, and the Lady of the Vale comes in and is like, hey, I got good news. People in Pento said they'll take you.
And I
So
think it's
good.
the same guy who Daemon and
Yeah, they wanted to give him the
Lena had
medicine.
been hosted with,
Yeah,
because he just wants dragons.
yeah.
And she's like, isn't that good news? You
And she's
hate
like,
it
you
here.
fucking lied. But you misled me, my lady.
Yeah.
Would have been better if she said you fucking lied. There's a large dragon in the veil.
So do you think she wanted a dragon to protect from the dragon?
I don't know. Because Sheepzilla wasn't in the veil.
We don't know that. That's what she said. You misled me. It could have
Well,
been
we-
happening this whole time.
Well, in the book, I mean.
Well, okay.
In the book version, it was at Dragonstone that they claimed all that shit.
Yeah.
So, my guess would be no. Even in the show, probably not.
Well, they definitely made it
She
seem
does.
like
She makes a
knew.
point that it's she did know, and she's made a point to say it's wild. Like they wanted to, but they know that not just anybody can.
Yeah, there's a difference between not unbonded and wild. These aren't bonded with anyone.
Oh, I didn't pay attention to that before. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah, it's white hair.
I thought it was just fucking like
Cut to Alan and Adam,
yeah.
and Alan's with a straight razor shaving off his white Woodbury afro.
I
probably.
thought it was like shaving cream, not thinking about it, you know. But holy shit, that is like the tiny fine white hairs, and he's just going.
Yeah, he can't let his men see that, basically. And that's kind of the first part of their conversation.
He's like, especially with me taking the position. Because then they won't respect the fact that I have the position. They'll think I only got it because I'm his kid.
I'm his bastard.
Yeah. Nobody can know that I'm his bastard if I want this position.
If I want respect in this
Yeah.
position. And Adam's just dreaming about
Well, he ignored
what
me.
it could be if they were accepted as Valerians.
Yeah.
And it seems like Alan is just... He's upset with him for not being there and not claiming them, kind of.
Yeah.
And he's just like, fucking give it up, dude. These are pipe dreams.
Yeah. He's not going to accept us.
You fucking fish for clams, and I'm now forced to be
Captain.
first mate. Yeah.
Now Jace comes up.
Jason
Mommy.
Rhaenyra.
To his mama.
Trying to console her for being like, it didn't go as planned, but that's all you could do is you asked him. You didn't tell him to do it, you know?
And then she slapped him, and she's telling like everybody's loving it.
Yeah, he's like, it's
whole
been
house.
a whole buzz about the castle that you slapped the shit out of him.
She's tired of being protected, she says. Everybody's making decisions for me.
Yeah, she's kind of going into the role of like, I can't. I think we were saying this last time at the end of the last episode. She's like, I can't tell people what to do and not fucking do stuff.
Yeah.
And it's not how we do it.
Now, when I have the power to do certain things,
Yeah.
like, I'm a dragon. I'm not just a fat queen that just sits here. I can ride a dragon, and I have a big dragon,
Yeah.
and I need to get involved.
And now people are hearing that I'm asking
People
other
are saying
people
that
to try and ride
yeah.
a dragon.
And people are saying that I'm killing little kids and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm gonna go out and defend myself.
And she's sick of getting asked about Damon and shit, you know? She's like, why do I need him? Like, and that's what he's bringing up. And she's like, even my own son now, you know?
Can I go one fucking hour without hearing about him, and then I need him?
Or anyone, you know? It's like, no one... And I think that's what her bond with Mysaria is kind of coming to, is that no one is believing in just her.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll fight for your claim, but everybody else is like, we need Damon, we need troops, we need, you know...
Yeah.
She's like, no, this is my throne. Why the fuck am I being told other people have to fight for it when I could easily just fucking show some strength?
And
you
Jace
know?
doesn't look like he likes that his mama's getting in tight with this gal. Doesn't trust it.
Well,
And she says, right here though, she did just say, our gift has been sent. And we didn't know what that was.
Yeah. Mysaria comes up and says our gift has been sent. But before that, she was talking about how people don't see her that way. They see the wife, they see the mom, and he goes, my mom is my queen. And kind of tries to humble her a little bit, but he takes off after that, but she's still just like, I need to do something. Yeah, my
These poor bastards.
Up. No, these great bastards now, or these lucky bastards now.
Yeah, they're just sitting there like trying to get fucking clams or
Yeah.
mussels or something, and then just a little raft shows up with fucking Rhaenyra's Targaryen banner, the black and red. This guy's like, what is this? Because it's reasonable to believe it could be a disease-infested fucking...
Yeah.
I mean, you're hearing that she's killing babies. What is
Yeah.
she going to do?
You never know what's going to go on being small folk in the fucking war of High Lords.
Yeah, and this dude's just like, the fuck? And everything's like packaged up, and there just seems to be a bunch of shit on there. But it's all like, you can't really tell
I
what
thought
it
it
is.
was a lot of potatoes at first.
Yeah.
But he starts lifting up shit, and he's like, oh, there's
Fruit.
fresh fruit. You can imagine there's probably some meat on there, you know?
Salted meats and shit.
Yeah. Because it's not that far. It's across the bay.
Yeah.
So she just fucking sends a boat over, and then he kind of looks up over the horizon.
And there's just fucking dozens of them. Well, maybe not dozens. There's at least, you can see 1, 2, 3,
There's
4.
a half a dozen out
Yeah,
there.
at least 6 or 7. Coming out there just stockpiled right to fucking Flea Bottom, where the poor folks are.
Yep.
Damn, that was a smooth fucking move. That was a really smooth one.
My Syrian knows the small folk.
Yeah, she's like, you're gonna need them. And Aegon knew that too, though. We're gonna need the small folks. to
Yeah,
help the winners.
he's gonna pay He the Hammer and shit. That would have been really helpful coming up soon.
And cut to Alicent with Aegon, and she's asking the Grand Maester basically, is he gonna live? You know, is he gonna recover? He's like, he sleeps 9 out of every 10 hours,
He's like, but it's improvement.
Yeah.
You know?
but he is alive.
Yeah, I didn't think he would be.
I told you last week he wouldn't even wake up. What more do you want from me?
Yeah.
Do you see these fucking tools? He's got like a hammer and chisel.
She asks about her father. He's like, Ravens come and go, but nothing from him.
And that's the weirdest thing.
He's up
Yeah.
cruising the Reach.
Is he? Or is he not answering?
Well,
Making
he
preparations?
was going to go to Old Town, and she had mentioned Highgarden. They're both in the Reach.
Yeah.
So, and later up, Darren gets talked about,
Yeah.
and I'm wondering if maybe Otto
He's
might
the
show
one
up
that's
with
gonna
Darren.
bring. He's the one that's gonna bring.
Otto's
him
going to show up with
in the
Darren.
show. Okay.
That's my suspicion.
That's probably a good way to do it because you could tie those two together.
Yeah, because he's out there doing something. She can't get a hold of him. And he's not just going to come back at her whim. He's got to
Yeah,
come back.
and it was more dramatic because he didn't leave King's Landing in the book. In the
Yeah.
book, he just stuck around, kind of like in shame. But he wasn't going to face that shame in the show. He was more proud than that. Like, I'm going
Yeah.
to go figure this out over there, and I'll be back.
Yeah, he comes back with something
Yeah,
that helps.
that's probably better than just a random Hightower cousin like in the book.
Yeah, you got to give Otto a little better of a send off.
And a fight. You can give him. You can put him in battle at that point.
Yeah.
Because he's with Darren, claiming a few castles on their way. You know.
Alicent like rubs his hand and starts crying. She's like, "I'm sorry."
Oh, she does give her, because up and coming, she asks her brother about, like, she's like, I'm sorry I put you in this position. Like, I think she's, again, after what Rhaenyra told her, coming to terms with, like, I'm sorry that all this happened. Like, if I would have just let shit ride out, you'd be just out fucking your whores, being a prince.
Yeah.
My family wouldn't be going through death and horror and maiming and shit like that. Probably still be fucking Kristen.
Yeah. I'd still be getting them that sweet loving.
Yeah, she does go out to talk with her brother out in the courtyard. Seems like they're taking off again. Like I said, Aemond had sent
Yeah.
Kristen away.
All on the road again.
And Sir Gawain, I imagine, feels like a duty because what he's seen, now.
It's just fucked.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta ride with them. They're like brothers in arms now,
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go ride with Kristen. Wherever he's gotta go, I gotta help him. It's just fucking hell out there.
Yeah. It's not fun.
But he does kind of give her a little bit of an insight, and she asks
like,
about
"Your dad?"
Darren.
And she asked about. Yeah, he says he's good. He's
Yeah.
kind.
That's what he says at the end. He gives her a little bit of a
Because he can tell that's what she's asking. My son Darren.
Yeah.
He's like, ugh.
He plays the lute,
What's
The
he
ladies
like? Yeah,
him.
what's he
He's
like?
Charming.
He has no idea. Does it not write to you? That's these days. 16.
Yeah. Yeah, letters perhaps don't hold his interest. There's girls about.
He's stalwart.
Adept with his lute as he is with his sword. So he plays the fiddle and
Nice.
fucks some shit up
And he
with a sword.
fancies many a young lady, I want you. He's the fancy of many a young lady, I wager.
That's what he tells her.
He's kind.
I know what you're asking, and he's kind. He's
And
not the coin flip right for this one.
Yeah, and she's like, it's kind of set, choked up, and that's good. Kindness is a quality I find lacking in his brothers.
And he's like, maybe it's not the Targaryen curse. Maybe it's
the
growing up in the Red Keep.
Yeah, privileged as fuck.
Yeah, and we saw that with, well, I guess they were incest too. The Lannister kids.
I'm sure you did your best. She's like, I failed.
Yeah, she doesn't say she failed, but he's like, I'm sure you did your best. She's like, that's the best you can give me because, yeah.
I don't even believe that.
Yeah. And Kristen's not even giving her the time of day. He's just on his horse.
He's like, Gwen, move your ass!
Come on, pussy!
Come on.
You
gotta kiss your sister goodbye.
You gotta kill some rivermen. Let's get going.
You fucking pretty horse.
Let's go get that armor a little bit more dented up, huh?
He's just looking at her like, that's right. Your little brother's gonna die out there. I've seen him hella naked.
He's actually her older brother.
Oh.
He says, I'm the eldest.
Oh, is that right?
Now,
And
I've
Helena.
always been trying to listen to what Helena says, and this one I can't pin down. Because Allison comes into Helena, and she's got like
This
3
one
crickets
stopped,
or...
Yeah, this one stopped singing. Isn't that strange?
Yeah. And Allison's like, let's go burn some candles. Let's go pray for all of the lost people we lost in this shit.
And there's fucking He the Hammer.
He comes into the old meat station where his wife got denied. And I think he was about to eat this dog.
He was about it.
Yeah, he was about to eat that motherfucking dog.
He's like, holy shit, there's meat right here.
But then people start rushing through the streets, like
Dropping
holding, goods. And the guy tells him, he runs in, he goes, what's going on? He goes, Rhaenyra's fucking
Ships.
blessed us with food. So even
here
during
now.
these times, she's thinking of us.
Yeah.
And Hugh runs out to go see the commotion. And I'm sorry, I know he's supposed to be kind of a good guy apparently in the show, but he just knocks some motherfucker out.
Old dude out and steals his carrots.
Carrots and lettuce is all he got out of that deal. He could have went and tried to get some more. Granted, I guess the Hightowers did show up right then, and
Kind of shut it down.
yeah, they're probably gonna get shut down very quickly. But it shows riding through the streets of King's Landing.
And he just wails at an old man. Well, that's starting to show you that he's desperate and he's going to do bad things because we know he does bad things. If you listen to the book or read the book, you know that he's fucking him. Yeah, we won't go into it. This show might do it a little differently. They're kind of giving him a reason. You didn't really get intentions of anybody.
Yeah.
And it's kind of giving you a reason why, like, hey, he don't care for either of them. It's about fucking him.
His family is
Him
just
and his
trying to
family.
survive.
It starts out that way, you know? He might
Yeah.
go to his head once he's fucking riding a dragon.
Yeah, so there's
The Queen of
riding.
Fishes.
Yeah, there's riding in the streets, and the white guard come and get the queens from the set because they were praying and lighting candles.
Oh.
And there's people are just riding around on the Queen of Fishes. They hit fucking
Allison with fish. And then the guy takes the guy's arm off because the guy was trying to grab Allison. And now, not only is Rhaenyra giving them food, but Allison's Kingsguard are just fucking attacking the small folk out of nowhere. It's not looking good for the Greens in King's Landing.
It's not.
And later we do see Allison look at her clothes and there's like blood there, and I thought maybe she had been cut. But no, it looks like
Blood
it was
from
just
guy.
yeah. And one of the
And all Aegon's shitty kings got are like, what do we do? What do we do?
Yeah.
They get pulled down and fucking beat to
It's
death.
like a bunch of frat boys that's never
Yeah,
worked
that's
a
what it
day in
looks
their
like.
life. Never worked a day in their life, and they're
Yeah.
getting their asses fucking stabbed to death by the small folk.
How many times do you think they had to do the shot where she got hit with the fish? Because that was like, they had a direct view of like,
No, they had something that launches the fish at her.
and
Like, you stand on X, and we're gonna hit you with this.
well,
It
obviously
was
you mark it,
Jello.
but I'm just wondering if they're like, oh, the camera was a little off there. We're gonna do it one more time, okay?
Oh, did that one get in your eye? That shot
Oh
wasn't
shit,
good.
that's good. That's good. Yeah, she even looks to think it's
Can
blood.
next time you hold your mouth out a little bit? Yeah, that's what I want.
She did get cut a little bit.
No. Oh, did she?
Yeah.
Pussy.
And now she's like, they're like running after her fucking wagon, fucking throwing shit at it.
Yeah, they've lost more Kingsguard now.
Yeah, and it looks very bad. Her men just jump to killing, while Rhaenyra sends them fucking delicious meats and sweet cakes.
Yeah.
Fruit,
Yeah.
so they don't get scurvy.
And he just wants more than Poppy.
Aegon, it cuts to Aegon, and they're opening
Yeah.
up a little vial, and he starts just,
Begging
give me,
for it.
give me.
And Larys is like, no more of that shit.
Yeah, Larry's like, cut that shit out for now. I need to speak with him. You need to leave, I'll give it to him. And he's like, you need to fucking
Get rid of this
hold
shit.
off on this as much as possible. He's like, I know it's painful.
I've had it too, but it keeps your mind fucking sharp.
Yeah, he's like, it clouds your mind, and now that's
You've already
all
written
you
yourself
got.
into legend. You survived Dragonfire.
Yep. And he's like, that's all you got now, basically, is your mind.
Yeah. You'll never be whole.
And it's really kind of a sad conversation.
Because he's sad. Aegon's crying. He's like, you're never going to walk.
No,
Never
not
run.
just Aegon, but he's coming from experience.
He tells you.
He's like, they'll look at you. They'll stare.
They'll pity you.
Yeah.
But then they'll underestimate you. And
Yeah.
for that reason, they will underestimate you.
Yeah. And I think that's going to be like their tying force for next season or whatever.
He was a fucking clever dude. He lasted a long time.
Yeah, and I'm wondering in this, like maybe if Aegon needs to leave, like he does in the book, Larys might be traveling with him or something.
Yeah.
It could be like it's a Jorah and Daenerys kind of a thing. Because
Pity you either behind your back
when he tells
or
him
in your presence.
his history too, he's like, when I came out,
My lungs were strong. My foot was
I was
twisted.
screaming, my foot was twisted. The doctors thought it was
Witchcraft.
or whatever.
He's like, they will stare. They'll laugh at you. They'll turn away.
And he plays this part so well.
And then they will underestimate you. And this will be your advantage. And Aegon's just like, no, I'm sad.
Like, I don't want to believe it. Like, he's coming to his reality.
Yeah. Your brother rules in your place now.
Yeah.
Which means your life's in danger, fool.
From this day
You
and
think
every
he-
day going forward.
Do you think he's going to step down now? No. He's going to kill you so he gets to stay there.
Or he's going to, so he doesn't have to kill you, just keep you
Fucking doped out of your gourd.
Yeah.
Like they did to our dad. Like they did to your father.
Yeah.
10 years before.
And then Aegon even looks up at him and he's like, help me.
Yeah. And I don't think that's like a give me some
Yeah.
shit. I think it's like,
Help me fucking
Help me
get
get
me
out
hey,
of
my
here.
guy.
Oh, and this is real sad too. More Patty. Cut to Damon in the room where Emma is dead, like right after she died. Obviously, the room with the Silent Sisters.
Mm.
But it's like Viserys knows that he's there and he's talking to him. He's like, she's dead, Damon. Like, as if he had been there for his brother.
Well, yeah. Well, not only that, but he's like I invited you to council. Like, I did everything for you. And it kind of goes into it. He's like, and he threw back my face.
He's like, Damon, she's gone. And he just cries.
And the baby's right next to her, wrapped up.
And he says, I'm sorry. Damon does.
Yeah, I think this is his like his resolve, like him coming to terms finally
Yeah.
with him and his brother.
I'm here now, you know.
Yeah, I wasn't before. And this is what I should have done.
Yeah, this is all things I should have done. I wonder if she was like, they called her up and they were like, hey, do you want $5,000 to just come play dead for like 3 hours? She's like, shit, yeah, I do.
And it was like 45 seconds on screen.
Yeah, and then it was like 6 hours worth of fucking hair and makeup.
And he wakes up, passed out at the big table in Heron Hall.
And Simon's like, hey, how you doing?
Lord Grover's dead, so that's kind of cool.
So yeah, so that kid that you were like pushing to like
Kill his grandpa.
he's in charge now.
Hey, I wonder, do you think he did?
No, he's like, what happened? He was ill, of course.
Alice volunteered.
Oh yeah, they sent all their healers, and Alice is one of their main healers.
And she went there and fucking
He's like, we
poisoned.
even sent Alice to help out because she's renowned for her works.
And then he just smiles.
And looks up like, God damn you.
And starts crying.
About Viserys.
Sad.
It is way sad. He loved his brother. They loved each other. Cut to Adam.
Getting ready to go fishing for the day.
And just fucking Sea Smoke just rides up all of a sudden.
And it looks like,
Flies up.
through the second watch, it looks like every time he passes, he's looking at Adam.
Yeah.
You
and
can see his head dip down.
He's clearly going for him right here.
Well, yeah, when he dives at him, he's clearly going for him. But even when he flew over, you see his head dip down like, motherfucker.
That's the one. We're gonna be friends! We're gonna be friends! Adam's like, oh shit, why me?
Because he looks like Lanor.
Yeah, you got
Nobody wants to play with me.
Yeah.
Please.
They tried to get a white guy to ride me.
Be my friend. It's just chasing him.
They tried to get a white guy from the mainland to ride me, bro. This is not gonna happen.
Maybe.
And he's just hauling ass through the trees. Sea Smoke is just on him the whole time.
And they make you seem like maybe he lost him, trips over a log.
Oh, you're like, oh, thank God. He looks to the sky. And it's a bird.
Yep, nowhere to be seen.
Boom! And then he just fucking crashes right in front of him. Like, holy shit. He's just fucking like...
Dude, you know he shit his pants?
Oh, pissing, shitting, crying. I'd be crying, probably.
Probably.
I'd be coming to fucking terms right there.
I eat a lot of salt, smoke cigarettes and stuff. I'd have a heart attack probably right then. Just fucking...
I have a stroke or an aneurysm.
Yeah.
So it did seem like the dragon...
Like, gonna look up, get real close to him, like...
Yeah, it wasn't like a kill, like a lunge or like building up fire. Just kind of like, you look familiar.
Hey, what's up? So I need a rider. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah. You're just like, hey.
They're trying to pin someone
You
else
wanna-
on me. I don't like killing people for no reason.
Yeah. Cut to Rhaenyra
In Mysaria.
in Mysaria. And they're talking about how things have been going and how
She's like, the food arrived and it worked.
Yeah, and
They kind of went crazy.
she's like, "What's up with Damon?" You know, she's like, "Well, when I was a kid, it was like way sweet, but
She's like, I want to be like him, carefree, just fly my pants.
fly my dragon and fuck whoever I want. It was
Yeah.
gonna be way sweet."
And then it got all
And then-
handed to me.
And then
basically.
my dad had to keel over, and now I'm in charge of everything, and it's not all fun and fucking and flying, apparently.
Yeah.
And it sucks.
And she's like, and now I'm kind of coming to terms with Damon, thinking that he deserved it all along,
Yeah.
It wasn't really love. He kind of used me to get what was,
The best he
Bestowed
could get.
to me.
Yeah, the best thing the closest he could get to it.
yeah.
Now he might even just try to take it.
My series, like, That sounds about right. That
And
sounds
she's
like a
I've
Daemon
lost
move.
him, and then I've lost Caraxes. We can't take on Vagar. I have no army.
Yeah.
She's like, you have the Valyrian fleet.
Getting
you know?
another dragon rider hasn't really worked out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My kid doesn't believe in me.
Yeah, everybody thinks I need Daemon, and she's like, I kind of do for the dragons, you know,
Yeah,
just for the dragons.
screwed.
And through this vulnerability, I think this is why Mysaria decides to kind of share her story. Because
Yeah.
originally Rhaenyra had asked how
What
she
happened
got
to
the
your
scar.
neck? And she didn't tell her.
Yeah.
And she says it was my father, and he would like take his pleasure with her, and then when she wanted it to stop, after many months of this, she got pregnant, and he was like, I ain't having that shit.
Yeah.
And he killed her, tried to kill her, and killed the baby.
But she had survived, and apparently
She survived.
that's when she was no longer with her family. She was a
Yeah.
street kid from that point forward. And she said she can't bear children now because of it. The way that he apparently
He
got rid
left
of
me
it.
for dead, but I lived. And she's like, I never trusted another after that. I swore myself, and it's done good for me so far.
Yeah.
She's like, but you
She
made
says
me
my
think.
father wasn't steadfast. She's like, you are like the epitome of steadfast.
Yeah, nobody else in the world seems steadfast, but
You seem to treat me as your equal.
And then Rhaenyra's just like, you need a hug, and she runs up and hugs her. Now this is a very big important part. It's gonna be right here on the screen, and it's glorious.
It's gonna
It
be
really
a
is.
gif. Like
It
it
is
just keeps
glorious.
replaying.
Oh, if we could find one, I have a picture, but I got pictures.
I'm
to
sure
send
you
you.
do already.
Well, the mental one's different.
I sent
The
one off
mental
to-
one's a lot different.
The mental one's more awesome.
Yeah, the
But it
mental
seems
one's
like
way
a long.
better.
It seems like a long hug because
Yeah.
Rhaenyra hasn't been with anyone since Daemon left, or maybe even
And
before
look,
that.
and then like they start smelling each other. It's very sensual.
Yeah.
Very sensual. That's why it's more women, nobody just goes for it. They're like feeling into it. It's like passionate as fuck. And then they just start fucking locking lips. Now they claim that this was unscripted and all that. I don't believe that for a fucking second. They had to know what it was gonna do to the crowd, the fans. It's good for a story. It had to be discussed. And then like a guard walks in.
Whatever.
And they're like, and Rhaenyra is doing the total dude face. Like, Mysaria is like a girl. But Rhaenyra is doing like the, God damn it.
Yeah.
I was getting some. Like, what do you want?
That is the power dynamic that's happening right now.
Yeah, she's clearly in charge.
But the guard comes in to say that sea smoke's been spotted. And
With a
it
rider.
seems to be that there's a rider.
And she's like, what?
And they assume it's the Greens.
And she's like, no, that ain't happening.
Yeah, she's like, this isn't how it's going down.
You're not taking
I've
taking
been
my
telling-
husband's
I've
dragon.
been telling everybody that it's my time to ride out, and no one will let me do it. Sea smoke, my husband's fucking dragon,
You guys aren't
is
taking.
being ridden by someone.
Yeah,
I need to go fucking find this
yeah.
now.
If it's a green, they're fucking toast.
Yeah. So we get another glimpse of Cyrax again. Finally, she goes through the
Skims the water.
dragon driveways, I like
Boom.
to call it, and does the dive off like Daemon did.
Over the water, and that's the end.
Credits.
She's up in the sky, and we won't talk too much about the preview that comes up, but it does show her land, and it's like, you have a fucking dragon of House Targaryen.
I may have stumbled on some leaks that
We're not going to discuss
I think it's
those.
going to be action packed the next one, but it's definitely going to be good.
It's gonna be good.
We'll see you then.